should be able to sit down. You can.
Transfer whenever I'm ready.
Yeah, it's already.
You got the camera and stuff?
Yeah, it's already ready. You just hit transition.
Where's the camera?
Huh?
Where's the camera?
It's already on. It's at the top.
Oh. First time better update my team. Already update my past. Early release, stop playing with me. Coin pack. Okay. Can't quick show it. Which one will be the best? We go ACC coach. Even though this not the best conference. Miami. He going with Miami. We're gonna complete all the challenges. Try to. We ain't gonna be doing challenges the whole time, but go try to do some. Early access challenge. Score 10 points in the first half. Score a touchdown in 8 plays. Score a touchdown in 6 plays. Okay. 10 points, alright, that's easy. Guess so. Have to name my team later on. I haven't named it. Oh, I forgot to change my team. Update it. You're so slow. QB slow.
Alright, chat.
How'd you drop that? Sir. down 6 plays. Got about like a couple more. No way, Jit just dropped it. Nice one. Can't wait to play Peanut. Sit down, boy. Hit stick. Sit down, boy. First quarter finished. Oh, it didn't finish. There it is. Try to have it to leave me alone. Bro, why is nobody guarding him? It's a man-to-man defense. Well, it's a blitz, so you should be guarding him. Man, this team trash, bro.
Put the audio back in your headphones.
What?
You put the audio back in your headphones?
My headphones on.
Let me see.
You pause the game at least. Can I take the headphones off? You still hear me, right?
Hit pause. You gonna do it. Turn it back on. Hit resume.
It's on mute.
Where?
The computer.
Yeah, I know that. For some reason the gameplay sound ain't coming out.
Can't hear you because this thing is so loud. Whenever you do that, why does that happen? So slow. On the option play, Dad. First down. No way you didn't catch that. It's a bullet pass and making him do a raw pass. This game's so zesty. Can I turn this down?
Yeah. What do you got in there?
Cause whenever you did that, it made it so loud. Am I even not stream anymore?
That's what I'm saying. Why? That's why. Did you change that back?
No, I didn't change nothing.
You had to. That's why the sound like coming out right there.
Yeah, I changed it. I didn't even go to my settings.
I don't know why the sound like that.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's the kind of drive that everybody loves. And we'll see quarterback one snap, put it in the end zone. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Turns it loose. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. Fires to the middle. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted. They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25.
Oh, last year they gave me better players.
Misses receiver there, it's incomplete.
That's why.
This thing off.
Entering settings screen, you have 29 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Cookie narration volume set to 100.
For this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Scanning the field, it's Nelson. Got a wide open receiver. Touchdown, UTEP. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That touchdown gives this team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Makes a move, and he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's looking deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
And you know they're going to go for it again on 4th down. At least you think they are, because early in this game, we've already seen them try to go for it on a couple 4th downs. They didn't get any of those. They got to find a way to stay on the field here. They've got to get their best playmaker on offense, the football.
He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly complete. There he goes. Touchdown, Niners. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And Man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll try to power their way ahead. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half.
Update my team so I can listen to it.
Welcome to College Ultimate Team Challenges presented by EA Sports College Football. As always, if you want to check what goals you're going after, just go to the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the UTEP Miners. Take it away, broadcast team.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
So UTEP's offense will take the field for the first time. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. That they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Man, that's a great example of KYP. Know your personnel. A QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside the pocket. Nice job by the defense, applying pressure and running him down and getting the huge loss.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Miners are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Wants to throw. It's Nelson. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, UTEP! Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Fires to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played one. Boy, they tried to end the 1st quarter on a high note to no avail. 2nd quarter's coming. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Looking to fire. He wants to take the top off. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Man, what a break on the football. He read that the whole way. He just couldn't finish it. You know he saw the end zone. He saw the grass in front of him to break on that and maybe take it to the house, but just a missed opportunity.
Intercepted! Oh, what a play! Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense.
Here we go.
Got it behind the line. It's Odom. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Miners can really attack on this 2nd and short. To throw, it's Nelson. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get behind the defense. And the DB right with him to knock it away. And the Miners decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Going right to work up top. Unloads it downfield. He's got it down the left. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Who needs a 2-minute offense when you're this explosive? This offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, fine, space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were. That's why they got the first down.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He lobs one high down the left side. Looking to get it in. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
That's a big-time completion. And guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought that they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, quarterback had some other ideas. He had a matchup he loved one-on-one, vertically down the field. He took advantage of it. His guy made a great catch. Let's keep this drive going.
Quarterback duplicitous in his dealing. Some would even say sneaky.
Well, they tried to go quarterback sneak, and I know to a lot of people that's a play we all take for granted, like it always works. Quarterback sneaks are designed to get just 1 inch. Somehow you've got to come up and do it. But the defense there, David, they bowed up and stopped him.
Did a great job. Listen, everybody knows what's coming. You know it's a quarterback sneak. It's still hard as heck to stop. But nice job by the defensive lineman. Get off the football. Don't allow them to go backwards. Don't push you backwards at all. And then what do you see with linebackers a lot of times?
Big man has it into first down. Touchdown, Duke. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Big touchdown.
Welcome to this College Ultimate Team Challenge presented by EA Sports College Football. Don't forget, you can check your goals in the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. Take it away, broadcast team.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Brown wants to pass. He's going to take a shot. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab on the shot. Here he goes. Touchdown, Blue Devils. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. So Coastal Carolina's offense taking the field for a chance we have to see them today. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The Chanticleers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Chanticleers will send out the punt unit. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. No fair catches here, looking for room. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. The give to the right. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front.
Sends it downfield. Makes the catch on the left. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
Brown will throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Humphries. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. And the Blue Devils have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Just keeps swinging it. Buys a little extra time. That's got it. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Moving out of the pocket.
Touchdown, boy. With the slow quarterback.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Duke. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
Dang, I forgot his passing.
They'll try to tack one more on their score.
What?
Oh, and he missed it. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They go to the ground. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Brown wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it on the left. All out of space. He's at the 10. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. Punt is in the air. Just needs a crack to get a return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Blue Devils. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Stop playing with me, brother. Stop playing with me, brother. Next chapter. I need to get bonus ones too.
Welcome to College Ultimate Team Challenges presented by EA Sports College Football. As always, if you want to check what goals you're going after, just go to the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the North Carolina Tar Heels. Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Brown will throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it and never bring up 4th down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real.
Makes the grab, he's got a first down. Turning it on. He's at the touchdown, Duke. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that is such a backbreaker for the defense. 4th and long, they're expecting throw that time. Everybody's got their eye on the QB, and still somehow they let the guy get in behind him for the long touchdown. That simply cannot happen.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the points come in a lightning strike, a 70-yard touchdown pass. Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Tar Heels offense will get the ball for the first time. And Jesse, if they have to look to their big tight end in the passing game, that could open the door to some struggles.
I mean, he has to be the go-to because he is their best weapon. This is not a dynamic passing attack with guys on the outside with speed, take the top off the defense, catch posts and goes. A lot of it goes through this tight end. So it's getting to the sticks, working open in zone coverage, being that reliable target for the quarterback. That's going to be important in this one.
No doubt. So that starts with great hands, contested catches, using that big frame to catch those intermediate passes, move the sticks, really be the go-to guy in this offense.
Sit down,
And he
boy.
never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Tar Heels really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Lopez wants to fire. Got his man down the middle. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains.
I think you got a gangster.
Sit down, boy. So that's a threat. I said, no, that's a bet. Man, come on, bro. This game is zesty.
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast. You can tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. We finna whoop them. We finna whoop them. Whoop them.
In the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. From inside his own 50, let's see how far he can get.
All these 30 more yards. Oh no. Oh, wait, what was I for? God.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Brown wants to pass. Oh, they're after it. Can't find his man.
I can't see live. Can I see live chat? You put on top chat.
Almost immediately after he got the ball.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays.
Yeah.
Oh, he had it, the deep.
Hold on.
Was there and it just trickled through his fingers. They just keep firing.
I was
He'll
trying to
take
fix the
another
camera.
shot here.
I don't know.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
That's what
Hey,
you
listen,
for.
quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trusting your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Okay.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the
Open.
right. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration. And look at all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down and one that did not pay off.
Guardian.
To the air on 1st down. Throws to the tight end.
Y'all so
Running free. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. And he's able to kick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Job, bro. Spamming triangle. God.
Never really got
What you
that
doing?
return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Lopez to pass. He's got him. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the stick. And the Tar Heels have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Got his man quickly. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow...
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. It's a running room. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, North Carolina.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half then. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Hey!
God,
They ruin an early
so
drive with a
dumb.
turnover. And they capitalize not only on the... The Blue Devils getting set on 1st and 10. Brown will throw it. Going up top. He holds it in and nobody's close. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Blue Devils. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big
Why do
thing in
they
any
make
game,
them
but in
do this
rivalry games, it's
sometimes?
that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score.
So
I
the
know
North
they
Carolina Tar Heels offense has the ball for the first
magically
time.
made
And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing.
There he goes.
God, bro, tackle
They
him.
make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a first down. The Tar Heels have moved it inside the 20. Touchdown, UNC! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
I wish I had a big quarterback.
Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
From inside the 15, here's the return.
Take that, boy.
Finding open
Can't
areas.
pass 30 yards.
Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Pocket breaking down.
Passes
Nowhere
so
close
slow.
on that one as he got
I hate
trying to
trying
deliver the
passing
football,
back to
and now
you
they
to
face
that.
third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Offense breaks the huddle on third down. Lopez wants to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ship. Turning on the Jets. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. Touchdown, Tar Heels. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. But see what he can get done from inside his own 15. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Here's the pressure. They get to him as he throws.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the...
He unleashes a long one. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early.
Why do you keep this one?
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Throws to the wideout. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Great place to start for this offense. Caught in the backfield, it's Ship.
For wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They make a stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And the Tar Heels come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. They make the tackle, and he's got a fresh set of downs and it's first and goal from the 7. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get
Yo,
touchdowns, man.
want
That's
to
you've
play
seen the emphasis.
Fortnite?
Defenses are willing to
Yo,
give up
bro.
yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this
No, I'm
offense
gonna
being
play college
aggressive.
football for
Forget
a
the
little
30.
bit. So I didn't see the chat.
Quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. It's third and goal and third and long. Lopez to pass. And they make the stop, and this offense has... Inside the 5, and they are threatening. So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. One more play before the teams head to the locker room. Looking downfield on first down. He lofted high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just slipped through his fingers.
I might play for this game. Is trash. Yeah, bro. Okay, what packs we need to open? Hold on. We just got the McDonald's. McDonald's! We got McDonald's! McDonald's! What's good, McDonald's? Say. Okay, who is it? That was 78 plus. Nobody want this corny stuff. Are you serious right now? Oh, this boy Peanut. Boy Peanut.
Welcome to this College Ultimate Team Challenge presented by EA Sports College Football. Don't forget, you can check your goals in the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing a unique team put together just for this situation. Let's toss it to our guys in the booth for the call.
2, 3.
The drive
All I need to do
starts
is
from
call
their
for
own
plays
25-yard
to-
line.
Got it.
Brown wants to pass. The short
It
hand
couldn't be
to
that
Tucker.
easy to challenge.
They stop him
Come on.
almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Call it.
And the Blue Devils with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quickly complete. And he'll move his way forward to the first down.
Call
They'll mark
for
it at
Man, this stuff is so. This stuff is not gonna work. I'm gonna just leave. Which one should I go with? Should I go with? Should I go with? You got the Ronald McDonald. Yo, you know what? We should play online. Much. My team's trash, bro. My team's just trash. Look, it's probably about to be like 68, maybe 67. Alright. Hit ahead. Stop. Hold on, do I have to customize or what? Hold on, in my current lineup, lineup 1. Okay. If you don't know, now you know, you know. Okay, we finna go crazy. We in the talking in the game channel. Have all those players. Yes, we got it.
The Nittany Lions will put total effort.
Bro, did you just kick me out? Oh no, bro. Chayot, chayot, chayot. Let's get a dub. We need to get a dub. I don't want to start with the ball, man. I want to kick the ball.
And the Buffaloes will kick it away to start us off. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25.
Lord Jesus.
Brown will throw it. Here comes the heat.
Bro, throw the
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And I think this offense was looking for a reason to ignite the home crowd, coming out on first down, throwing the football, but the defense was ready. Nice job getting to the quarterback, making a big sack on the first play of the game.
receivers.
The Blue Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
Please.
Back to pass on second
Oh,
down.
you won't call it.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here.
You dropped it.
What a missed opportunity early in this football game. And the Blue Devils are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
I'm just
The hardest thing to do in football is
stuff
to
right
play
now.
on the
I'm
road.
just
So you want to get those fans as
Sounds
quiet
dumb.
as possible. That is a great opening possession
Don't
for this
worry.
defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to
yes, sir. To the house, to the house, to the house, to the house. Let's go. Yes, sir.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility.
Oh my God.
You can see he
How
can
you
catch
got
it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it.
How'd you got
Nice
touch-
job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and
How'd you
get
got
into the
touch-
end zone.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Tired.
And the PAT makes it 7-0.
Daddy.
On that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finish shows just how potent they are. An 88-yard touchdown pass. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. They're looking for space to run behind the left tackle. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Buffaloes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go right back to him. It's a seam wide open. He's loose. At the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Colorado. How about that running back making his way and getting into the end zone?
Find the end zone. You might not necessarily be known for long runs and your fast speed, but all you got to do is get it done. Have the agility, have the awareness, score the touchdown.
And right down the middle. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off.
Cornballs.
Takes it inside the 25, and he'll bring it back. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Brown wants to pass. He'll off one deep down the left side.
No way.
That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. And the pass is in.
You see, like this quarterback, I could throw better than
Not many
this.
receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down. This offense has it with really good field position. Wants to throw on first down.
Pick. Get that pick, bro. In your head, bro. Which one you want
And
to
they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's just excellent coverage. That cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't
Reels it in down the left side. He'll go
no.
out of bounds right at the
Even out of bounds, that would have been
So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. That, friends,
Bro, I'm
is
throwing
a
it
busted
in
play.
the meter.
Incomplete.
Like, how do I take this meter off,
Sometimes
bro?
it takes
Like, I don't
quarterbacks
want
a few
these.
plays to really get into
I
the
was
rhythm of the
searching
game and
earlier.
not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver.
He'll take a shot.
Get head tap, bro. On my YouTube channel. On my YouTube channel. Y'all gonna see now my college football highlights, you know what I'm saying? Like, new game.
And that's what I love
It's been on
about
my
the
YouTube channel.
defensive
You
formations
head
on
tap,
offense is that when you
bro.
spread
Go.
the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
That was crazy. Look at him, bro. Yo, that
And it's up and no good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6.
Help me.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Hands it off.
Next thing I know, she busted in the door and shot me in my leg.
Oh, a lot of space. He's inside the 40. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard
I say, no,
line.
that's a pure
I mean, goodness gracious, you could have driven a semi-truck through that hole. Nobody touched him. This was an easy run. This is the easiest 40-plus yard run you will ever see.
Bringing the heat.
Sit down, boy. Sit down, boy. That's
Hard
what
as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it
Sit down
never
like
had a
a good
chance.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Right on the money.
Man, he's
End
dead.
zone.
Wow.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
Why'd you just stand there like you blind or something, bro? Go ahead.
Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
We may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that, that quickly chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And the extra point was good.
It's messed up. It's messed up, bro. Hey, hurry up! I'm on the way
Kickoff
out,
unit is
bro.
out there, and boy, did that
Good
last
play.
drive quiet this crowd.
She said, oh, that's a threat. I said, no, that's a bet.
On the move from inside his own 20. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line.
Okay,
Brown will throw it.
I got you.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, he
Just
had
the players
a
don't have no
deep ball
hands,
there, and
man.
it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
To the air on second down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh,
See, he keeps dropping.
That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but
I
give the
haven't been
defense
running it
credit.
because this
Wasn't
dude
an
is so
incompletion.
slow.
Leaves it with the running back. Creates a little space. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that is so demoralizing for a defense. You played so well on first and second down, and then you have a breakdown on third. This defense has got to be better the next time they're facing that situation.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, second and 6.
Double coverage.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back
What you mean double
10,
coverage?
15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them
Oh,
out.
I know
Sometimes
what
these 3 to 4
you're talking
yard
about.
runs,
Sorry.
later in
That's true.
football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands. Just saying.
These players are so trash.
One final play before the end of the quarter. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it.
Yes, sir.
Holds it in the first down and
Bye-bye. Bye.
touchdown, Duke. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. I'll tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6.
Huh? What the heck? Hold on. Hold on.
kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway.
Buck. And that's
A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Dropping back.
It's head-to-head line game, bro. This dude kind of trash.
And that is a tough assignment for a defense to cover a back man-to-man who can get downfield like that.
Especially when he can run routes the way he does, Reese. I'm really impressed watching this running back with how he's able to cut and how he doesn't telegraph where he's going. He is a weapon catching the ball in the backfield.
And the Buffaloes have a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Sends it back in motion. They'll try the toss to the left. Got a little space. Picks up the first down, still moving. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Buffaloes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wants to go up top on first down.
Sit down, boy.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Really need to find a productive play this time on second and long. Wants to go up top. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Touchdown! Buckle up, boys. I think more scores are coming. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department here.
Man, pick a play.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Brown wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle.
On his head.
Caught inside the 35. He gets it to the 31-yard line. Big play for this offense. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. First and 10 from the 31. Quarterback now breaking the field.
He passes so
Just
slow.
as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Time to take a shot. It's picked off. They ruined the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Running back searching for a hole. Not much there. He gets one to the 11.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The play action fake. Buying some time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Quarterback gets the first down.
And come on, here's another stealing.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback
Sit down,
doing that to your defense.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Got out of trouble and throw. Got a man. It's Strowman. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Back to throw. It's Van Dyke. Here's the heat. Grab near the marker. There he goes. Big play for this offense if they get it to the 32. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
The Buffaloes want to move quickly. Second down, he'll throw it.
Yeah, boy, sit down.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
What you doing, man?
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout.
Why y'all not move?
4th down, and he's still
Just
going.
stay like this. Like the
He's
play
finally
didn't
stopped and
what?
brought down at the
Just stay
15.
like what?
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And the Buffaloes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. On the option.
Man, every single time that happens to me, they make me
Got
force
some
it.
room, headed to the
Come
goal
on.
line. Touchdown, Colorado. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Anytime the pitchman is able to score on these option-type plays, there has to be great blocking downfield by the wide receiver. That was absolutely textbook, and that's what allowed the running back to go score.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25.
We're gonna all go. I don't like the Hail Mary.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Brown will throw it. Lofts one high and deep. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. One more snap coming before halftime. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
Dang it,
They
man.
finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. And no chance at a return here, and they'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off play action on first down. Fires left. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now first and 10 from the 40. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right.
I know he didn't just do that.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Oh boy.
And the Buffaloes will have it first and 10. Back to pass, it's Van Dyke. Gets rid of it. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Yeah, it's just the throw the quarterback would love to have back. His guy's wide open, and it looked to me like maybe he was overstriding or straining a little bit too much on the throw. The nose of the ball was diving, and he, of course, threw it into the ground. That's one he'd like to do over.
Got it in the middle. It's Strowman. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarter.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo!
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has.
They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass.
Man, come on.
He makes the catch in the end zone, and that
My
trickery
defense is
works to
trash, bro.
perfection for
I'm
the
just
two.
gonna crash. They don't do
Kickoff unit
nothing
on
with
the field, and
defense.
this
They
defense will
trash.
be called on to protect this lead.
Dang.
Takes it inside the 25. Chance for great field position.
See me slow
He's
down
brought
after 8
down, but a
steps.
really nice return gets him to the 41. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. They'll start this drive going to the air. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Lockett. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building, and keeping it really, really quiet.
Dang.
And he had it
Bro,
for a
he's at
second, but it
83
just
over the
dribbled out
receiver.
of his hands.
At this point,
86,
trailing by a
no,
lot,
83.
the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the
Best player
field,
on my team,
the window's
he's
going to
missing.
open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Caught over the middle. It's Humphreys. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today, college football, no doubt. Now, listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
Motion from the back. Brown wants to pass. He's got it down the middle. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Yeah, and he looked like he had the opportunity to secure that, obviously open over the middle of the field, but you know how that works. Middle of the field, more defenders. Am I going to get whacked when I hit this thing? It makes those guys think a little bit. You see more drops over the middle of the field.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to
I'm
pay
scared
dirt.
to do this option because my quarterback
They'd love
is
to pick up this
literally
3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He'll ride his man on the option. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And man, what an interesting call. 4th and medium, and the offense says, run. They don't want to pass the football. They run the option. They get it to the pitch man. He catches it. But this defense does a really good job. You can tell they know where the sticks are, and they get the big turnover.
Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Gets the back moving. They'll try to get outside. Creates a little room. It's a running room. There he goes. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. The give is here. Tick, 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 tick. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Back to throw. It's Van Dyke. Makes the grab. He was able to pick up a few, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll be 4th down at the 41.
You're gonna fake it.
No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab.
Y'all so soft.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Finds a little space. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
The Buffaloes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Quarterback on the keeper. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read, because he's watching the D lineman, and he knows he has to keep the football, and he right away takes it upfield to get some consequences.
QB draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll run play action. Gets it out quickly. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. And the Buffaloes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
He's really trash. My team is
They go
so
right back to their man on
They'll
2nd
be
and goal.
cooked.
And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. They'll run it on 3rd and goal. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in their Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Brown will throw it. He wants a big play here late. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse.
This game,
Got room
skibbity
on the
toilet.
return. Touchdown, Buffs! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Here's the snap. The fake, and he wants to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Dropping back, it's Van Dyke. He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
In this game.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Some misdirection with the counter. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Goes to the option. They stop him in his tracks, tried to sneak that fullback loose, and nothing doing. And the Buffaloes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here comes the option. And now in the pitch, the ball's loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession? Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for this team if this one had gotten rained out because they lost badly.
Yeah, not a lot to be too proud about in this one here. Good news is you get to go back to the drawing board. You get to go back, you get to have another week of practice as a coaching staff, try and find ways to get players in position to go out and make plays. Gonna need a big locker room speech after this one, David.
Yeah, and you're going to watch this tape, and it's going to hurt because you're going to watch it with the coaches. You're going to see the mess-ups and all the things you could have done better, but you got to learn from it. You got to get better. You got to grow, and that's how that works.
Thanks so much.
These packs are lame. What? Trash, trash, trash. 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 She said what I said. Okay, so they don't have Duke, I guess, because I'm using them or something. So look at some QBs. Oh, look at some packs that I could get in there. I'm cooked. I'm gonna have to save up and run. I need some actually good player. Maybe I could get see his attributes. Now we need somebody with some speed on. This one. 76 ain't bad. Let me try to find somebody a little quicker. Quality. Maybe. Come on. Him. He's fast, right? Yeah, let me pick Duke, bro. I don't wanna let me pick Duke. Let me just go all ACC. Who they have the best quarterback in the ACC? Could maybe get him by tomorrow or something. Yeah, I'm gonna play for Georgia Tech. Okay. Might be able to get him tomorrow. Gonna go do some easy challenges. Offense, definitely. Oh, I hate when this happens, bro. Always the ones that I actually like. Why is it always gotta be like that, bro? I don't give you nothing good. So I play them. And I'm gonna play one of these. Start with varsity, and then go to freshman, and then go to All-American.
And the Aztecs will kick it away to start us off.
Okay, let's go.
From
Start
inside
with
the 10,
ball.
here
I
it
wish we were able to kick it, but
Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. So Duke's offense will take the first swing of the game. And David, they've got a receiver that if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense
I gotta check
going.
this. Wait. speed. Oh my god. I got a 60. Dang.
Make her out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go. Right. Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you, and he's shown the ability to do that.
Oh, my hit please.
Too much. They get him at the 15. And the Blue Devils are trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going for it all. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Hauls in the deep ball. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. The Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going back to the ground. Running into the open space. Oh, the speed...
Hold on. Okie dokie.
Erase the elusiveness, and he's down to the 43. And the Blue Devils can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes the grab on the big throw. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Once he got some room, it was over.
What a great way to start this game. Getting the football in the end zone, get it to your big play wide receiver. Nice job by this offense.
Yeah, David, it just seems like this offense came out with a sense of urgency, right? They're playing with great energy, and it seemed like everything they dialed up on that drive worked perfectly. Really nice rhythm, really nice flow, and they cap it off with a touchdown pass.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. The Aztecs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got one.
Get out of my way.
And the pressure gets there.
Freaking play
Down he
football.
goes at the 18.
That's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
The Aztecs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking downfield, it's Orji. He's got an open man. Stumbled to the ground.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously you don't need to panic, but I know having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. The 33, and it is well short of the 1st down.
Nice job by the defense getting after
So
him.
good.
He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
And the Aztecs will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 41. First play of the drive wants to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Henry.
That always days you know he was on the sand.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Not quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And
He's weak too.
they certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God.
Open, Cuddy, touchdown on his head. Yeah. Yes.
How big is that for this offense? A nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Getting set for the point after. And
His
with the
kick
extra
form
point,
is
they
not
push
the
the lead
best.
out a little further.
Every
Quick
single
work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down.
Sit down,
Listen,
boy.
I just think this is a point with the offense that they can improve. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the 2nd half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum,
Yeah.
score some
Do it
points.
out of the down round.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. It's Orji. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the middle.
Pick. You son of a...
The connection incomplete
Son
pass.
of a bun and a Livy gun. Gun.
Listen, end of the first half, that's exactly what you want to do. You don't care
This
about
game is
defense.
full
You're
of
chucking that thing
draws.
up, trying to make a big play, trying to get the Hail Mary.
The Aztecs need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. He'll set up to throw.
Pick. Man.
Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half.
Man, how he get the ball back too, G? This why I don't be lying down.
They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half.
He dropped it.
And he was able to get back on top of his own fumble.
Dang, man.
Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
We just
And
exploded
this
college
offense
football.
just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock, he lost it
Pick
high and
on
deep
his
down
head.
the left
On
side.
his head,
No,
On his
it's picked
head,
off.
bro.
Not the
On
second
his
half
head
start
for
they
real,
hoped
bro.
for.
On his head, bro. On his head, bro. On his head, bro.
Stopped at the 12-yard line, and he wanted that pick six. He'll have to settle for setting up his offense. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Give to the running back.
Oh, draws.
Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He goes out of
Special
bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30.
Open, wide open,
He's
bro.
going to let
Come
one
on.
fly down the middle.
No.
And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Seriously?
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go?
You serious, son?
Brown wants to
Oh,
pass.
Lord, why
Quarterback
no,
just
why
missed
you
it. Incomplete.
like the dang
Takes some
ball?
work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
He's going to throw deep right side.
Hold on, I gotta check something real quick. 1 second. You without you. Ooh. And skip the toilet. Hold on, real quick. Give me una segundo. What? Give me uno. Check.
Complete pass. It over in their own end. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points.
Sit down,
And they're
boy.
able to shove him to the turf as they
Should
stop
be
him
a
for a
fumble,
short
little
gain.
boy.
And the Aztecs want to pick up the tempo.
Like he went
The
in.
QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving.
Turning on the Jets. Got enough space. He
No, boy, if you do
punched
that,
it
I'm
in
going to
for
field
6.
goal
They'll
block
get him down
him.
at the 1-yard line.
Field goal block,
And
boy.
they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Bodie. What's up,
Early
Bodie?
in the game.
Huh? So what?
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this.
No, I
big-
could pause it. Oh, Daddy, I could pause it. Come on.
opportunity deep in the red zone.
Hit me, dip me, dip.
To the air, it's Orgy. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown.
My boy
This
is
is a one-possession
literally
game.
getting
The bad news
started.
is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down
I shall
14-7.
speak.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd.
No,
He
I
makes
didn't
the fair
do that.
catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. One possession game, getting late. First order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level there.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive.
To the house, 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 to the
He's
house,
at the 10.
to the house.
Touchdown, Blue Devils. Great job by the back on the option.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off on the ground, a 67-yard touchdown run. They were ready for the onside kick and
That was the most
executed
perfect
perfectly,
onside
and they
kick
secure the
ever.
football. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. And you know this coaching staff was hoping for more from their senior quarterback. And you can mark that clash as advantage defense. As corners made plays, really the whole secondary has, David.
They have, and this whole defense has. And this QB, man, he's been very ungood. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, he just hasn't been the guy that he has the potential to be and hasn't put drives.
He's loose. There he goes.
Dang it.
Touchdown, San
Me
Diego
too, I'ma
State.
just beat it.
Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Yeah, and that's step
It's
one.
just
Great
like-
job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Side boy,
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies and trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The quarterback's just going to take a knee. And the Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. They boot it away. And the ball comes to rest right there. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line.
35 seconds left.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Orgy.
We don't have a 15.
Catch in the middle, it's McGowan. Caught and he scores for a first down on the nice pickup there. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short.
They get a
Under
touchdown.
fire. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed.
Look at that. Look at that. That's stupid.
Big time players make big time plays in big time games. Great job by the defense, not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game. They got a lead. Nice job.
Tired, boy.
Running out the clock, a mere formality
That's
between
it.
them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle.